Hello, fellow griever, and welcome. It is January 16th. This is the Daily Nugget, where I read a little bit every day from the Daily Stoic. Today is January 16th. Never do anything out of habit is the title. So in the majority of other things, we address circumstances not in accordance with the right assumptions, but mostly by following wretched habit. Since all that I've said in this case, the person in training must seek to rise above, so as to stop seeking our pleasure and steering away from pain, to stop clinging to living and abhorring death, and in case of property and money, to stop valuing receiving over giving. That's from Musonius Rufus, Lectures. A worker is asked, "Why did you do it this way?" The answer, "Because that's the way we've always done things." The answer frustrates every good boss and sets the mouth of every entrepreneur watering. The worker has stopped thinking and is mindlessly operating out of habit. The business is ripe for disruption by a competitor, and the worker will probably get fired by any thinking boss. We should apply the same ruthlessness to our own habits. In fact, we are studying philosophy precisely to break ourselves of rote behavior. Find what you do out of rote memory or routine. Ask yourself, is this really the best way to do it? Know why you do what you do? Do it for the right reasons. So my take on today's passage is actually pretty simple. I think back to my days as an executive chef. And when I was an executive chef, I was with Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railroad, BNSF Railroad, and I was with their corporate fleet, traveling the country on a private fleet designed for high-end functions within the railroad. And that was a double man's world, if you will. It was a boys' club, an old boys' club. The railroad has been around for a very long time and has predominantly in the past been men. It still is predominantly men. And as many of you probably know, believe it or not, the world of chefs, and especially chefs that climb to like the status that I did of executive chef, often there are still mostly men on this path. And so I found myself often in a place of, well, that's because that's the way we do it. And I remember fighting back against that thought then. I fight back against that thought as an entrepreneur who has started, my own business and trying to help other grieving moms and other grievers of suicide loss. But we cannot just allow ourselves to get into the mind frame of just doing something because it's a habit. We have to question everything we do and every way that we spend our time and our valuable thoughts. And if it doesn't make sense, it's okay to look at doing it a different way. It's okay to challenge the norm, if you will, and to do it in a way that makes more sense and makes more of a logical impact on the world around us. That's all for today. Talk to you tomorrow.